counts it down. Okay, we're live now. So welcome to Team Dynamic, little short hangout here, just to go through a bit of how to build your list on aWeber and how to manage your list using aWeber through internet marketing, email marketing, should I say. So basically, when you log into aWeber, you're given a dashboard, which is your home account, and you can kind of see what's happened on that day. And this is the list that I created for my solo ad initially. So we'll just work with that one. So how do you create a list? You click on Create and Manage Lists. Create a list. I'll just create a new one if this works. Yeah. You can give it a unique name, or aWeber gives it a number, which is unique. So I think if you use a name that's been used before, it will still always refer back to that number. This list description here is a description for you to know what this list is about. And then this information here is what's legally required for email marketing, because you can't spam, so people need to know where you come from basically, and who you are about. And then at the bottom here, you've got notifications, and the notifications, what that is, if you put in an email address in there, every time somebody signs up to your list, you get notified. So in the beginning, when you first start off, it's quite nice to have, because you get all excited because somebody's joined your list. But after a while, it can get quite annoying. So it's up to you whether you want to manage that part or not, you know, having it pinging to your email address. So you put in all that information, and then you go on to personalizing your list. And this is where you can put in information about your company. So for example, I call myself Kim Deer Online. My website URL, so that would be, I'm using my blog URL, but you could use any URL that you want people to go to, maybe your landing page. But if they've already signed up, then you don't really want to put your landing page there, actually, if you think about it, unless you've got a landing page for something else. But I wouldn't recommend that. I would send it to your blog, I think. And you can put it in a default signature, which will go out to all on all your emails. And then you can also upload your picture there, or a logo of your business. And then down here, you can automatically post to social media. So if you did like a broadcast, you can that broadcast message goes straight to Twitter or Facebook if you want it to, by setting up the stuff here. I'm not going to set it up again because I've already done it. I'm just really going to go through what each of the screens are. Is that okay? This global text snippets, to be honest, I've not used it, and I don't think it's relevant for us. Maybe at some point I might look into that a bit more, but right now I've not used that at all, and I haven't seen any need to use it, put it that way. Then the third part is your confirmed opt-in. Now what you can do is you can have an email situation where somebody signs up to your list and they get added in here, and then aWeber will send them an email asking them to opt in and confirm that they accept this. Now that slows down the process quite a lot, and although many people say, well, to stop spamming and that sort of thing, have double opt-in, but really once they've opted in once, that's sufficient to be within the rules of email marketing. So I would recommend switching it off there. Okay, because then once they click on your capture page and put in their details, basically that's them confirming, and then they have the option to unsubscribe off the emails that are sent through to them. And what you want to put in here on the success page is a link that they need to go to after they've filled in their details. So if you've said to them watch the free video, then you want to put the link to the either a video you've created or to the Speed Wealth System video. I've been using the Speed Wealth System video because I think all the marketing's been done for you. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm going to do my own little 2-minute video so that people see me and connect with me, and it's not just a business marketing to them, if that, you know, might be another way of doing it. So play with different things and see which one works for you. So that's it, really, setting up your list. Okay, The important thing on the list is this number or the name. If you can see, I've got a couple of names here. So if I go into our team, for example, and I go to messages and follow-up series, all the emails that I've done on that list that's linked to that list are listed there. So these are the 2 emails that I've got for when a new person joins our team. They immediately get these emails just to welcome them and give them some pointers. And you can have unlimited lists and unlimited follow-up series. So if you want to have people signing up for Facebook tips only, you can have a list for just Facebook tips and then an email series about Facebook tips. It takes a lot of work to set up the emails and things, because you really need to think about the language in them and all those sort of things and play with what works and what doesn't work. But once you've got a list that works nicely, you can actually share it between lists. So under campaign sharing here, you simply turn it on, whichever one you want to do, whether you want to do broadcasts and follow-ups or just follow-ups. And if you say save, you'll see that it comes up with a code. And then what I can do is I can take that code and go to another list, and I can come in here, turn on campaign sharing, and paste the list in there and say load campaign, and then everything that was on that email list will be copied across. So you could have multiple lists but have the same message going out by simply copying your messages across. And also you can copy those messages to other people. So I could give you that code and you could copy those messages to put into your mailing list. Okay? So that's a way that we could collaborate on lists and email marketing and things as well. Now, why you would use multiple lists? A number of reasons really. Is one is you may have more than one product and more than one capture page for a certain niche. So say, for example, you're targeting personal trainers to for ILN. You may want to do your email marketing to them on a different tack to how ILN can help personal trainers develop their business online. And then you might have another niche for I don't know, beauticians that work at home, or whatever your niches are, and then you can have different lists with different mailing messages in them. If you're sending the same mailing message, then really you don't need multiple lists. And how you use those lists is when you do a campaign with your capture page. So I'll just go and show you in WordPress now. I use something called Epic Squeeze, which I've done a video on already. And if I come to my pages and just show you how easy it is to set up one. So this is the one that I did for my solo ad. It doesn't look great up here because the writing's in white, so you can't really see it. But down at the bottom here is where you actually set the list that you want those leads to go straight through to, and the target. So that's the Speed Wealth System video there that you want them to see after they've opted in. And then underneath you can have various campaigns. So you don't need to do a separate capture page for different things. You can use the same capture page and link it to different campaigns, because every time you create a campaign you get, so I'll just do a test one, you get a unique link, and that unique link is what you would use to promote that page, that capture page for that campaign. I just want you to unmute yourselves and let me know if I'm going too fast or if that makes sense to you, if you've got any questions at that point.
So far, so good on my end.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, are you
good there? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so it makes sense. So it's quite handy. I mean, when I first started with this, I got a little bit confused, and I had a separate list for each kind of place that I was advertising, so I could kind of monitor where I was advertising and all that sort of thing. But actually doing it like this, I could have just one list and have multiple campaigns. But what you also want to do is you want to play with your squeeze pages or your capture pages. I'll just show you this one. So, to see which ones convert better, which ones work better. So that is the one that I did the solar add-on, and as I say, I got close on 50% opt-in for that one. So you know, if you get one that works, share it with the rest of the team, because you know, it's all about collaboration and helping each other to succeed. So if anybody wants a copy of this, just let me know, because I can actually just, if you've got WordPress and you're using Epic Squeeze, I can give you the code, or you can actually just, you know, screenshot it and do your own in whatever system you're using. So that's really how you know, how easy Epic Squeeze is. You literally just put in your text up here, you know, whatever colors you want, and if I just highlight that, you'll see the rest of the writing. You don't have to do any formatting apart from the colors and the bold. You come up here, you list it to your aWeber list, you create your campaign, you can go into the background, and say you wanted a background of, I don't know, let's say gardens, just for, because the one I've got is beaches, and you just click search. It brings up all the pictures relating to that thing. So you can, you know, you've got thousands of pictures in different categories, and if you don't put anything, you know, you can search and get random pictures coming up. So you can really play with which pictures also, you know, work on your capture page. And then in your style settings, you can decide what you want to do with your opt-in buttons. I use to-do because it kind of just bounces a little bit when it comes on, so it sort of attracts a bit of attention, but you know, they've got different ones that you want to use here. And then this box opacity, if I just show you what that is, because I didn't understand that initially, is that, you know, this black box, if you want it to be less black so that more picture comes through and that stands out less, that opacity is what does that. So if I made that 10%, for example, this would become really opaque, but as it's black, it sort of stands out and catches you, so it's not hidden in the picture. And that's it for Epic Squeeze. Really, really easy. Any questions on that?
Nope.
No, that's all.
Okay.
Epic Squeeze is really, really good.
Yeah, yeah, it's so easy. You know, the only condition is you have to have a self-hosted WordPress site, because it's a plugin, and you can only use plugins on self-hosted sites.
Yeah.
So coming back to your email series, really, it's just about being creative with your, you know, your wording and stuff. And again, if you've got emails that are converting well, share them. You know, at the moment, I think I need to do quite a bit of work on mine. I'm happy to share what I've got, and you just need to change your links and things. But you know, I think the more we collaborate on this sort of stuff and get the right capturing and wording is great. And also, you know, when you're sending out, don't send every email as a sales pitch. You know, offer value in some, and then some where you're doing a sales pitch. I kind of do my first three as a sales pitch, because they've just signed up to your capture page, so there's an interest there, and you don't want them to forget why they signed up. So, you know, that's my thinking anyway. And then after that, I kind of mix it up, and I kind of then copy the first email that I sent out if they haven't signed up, and I copy it back down to email number 6 again, and then another value one after that, and so on. Yeah. You can create sign-up forms within aWeber as well, and again, it's really easy to do, but it's not as flexible as Epic Squeeze. But what I have done is I've done for my WordPress blog, and I'll just go in there to show you. I've done the WordPress capture in my blog, which was quite easy to do, and they do have email instructions in aWeber how to do that. So this here comes from aWeber, right? So you can set, you know, you can select different things that you want and different styles and things, and then you get a code, HTML code, which you paste into a text box on WordPress to get it up. up there. If you need help on that, just give me a shout. I haven't really gone into much on this stuff here, list options and things like that. You can add more custom fields and all those sort of things. But at the moment, I'm finding just the basic stuff is more than enough. On the messages, you've got the follow-up series, which I've been through, and then you've also got broadcast messages. And what a broadcast message is literally you can send off a one-off email to one list or all lists or some people. So depending on what you... My mouse is just not working. Depending on what you want to do, because I sent a broadcast email out to 22 people, 2 opened it and 1 clicked. So that wasn't a really good response. Mind you, I only sent it out last night. So, but you know, so it's good to see the stats and understand what's working and what's not working. And that was my first sort of try at it. So just play around again with your wording and stuff on that. Yeah, so that's really it. Actually, I lie. There's my total stats. That was just on one list. So yeah, not too bad. 14 opened since last night, so that's not too bad. So, any questions?
Yeah, Kim, is there a way that we can send the actual broadcasts and copy that into the follow-up series?
Yeah, you can. Actually, that's a very good question. So when you've done an email, I know how to do it on the. Let me go in here, pick up one of these. So my system's just not responding to my mouse click, so bear with me. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Okay, so
picking up cup tents.
so if I go,
the door.
okay, so if we go into the broadcast email. Oh, sorry, Gia, I don't know how to do it from a broadcast. I'm sure there must be a way. I'll play with that and find out. Oh, hang on. View and copy. Review. There we go. Sorry. Copy message. And when you copy the message, it should populate down here. And then you click on templates. And you save it with a name here, so Facebook message, and then you can pick up that template on any email follow-up series that you want. So if I go into, oops, stay on page, I just need to save that. So if I just go into my team, I come into follow-up series. And create a follow-up. And click on templates. You can see that Facebook messages come there. I don't know how clear that is because the writing's quite small. Simply click on it and say save. Come on. My mouse is just not working. You click on apply and it populates. It's just taking time on the screen. But basically you create a template. I don't know why it's not working for me today. You create a template and then you say apply and that should populate it. For some reason it's not working for me today. I do it every day and it works perfectly fine.
That's awesome. I'll give it I'll play around with it.
Yeah, I mean it's normally very very easy. I don't know what's happened there. Sorry. I think my mouse is just not actually responding well with it sharing the screen or something. But that's as simple as it is. So even, so you can copy a broadcast message or a normal follow-up message. You save it as a template and you copy that one across. So if you're wanting to do one at a time, that's what you can do. But if you want to do like a whole list, copy a whole follow-up series to another list, then you would do that copy and pasting of that code that I showed you earlier.
Cool.
I seem to be bouncing around a bit, sorry. But anyway, any other questions? My mouse is just not working, I'm afraid. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why.
Technology, it always happens in Hangouts.
Yeah. My top bar is flashing like I'm in a disco. My eyes are going like... So I think it's not happy with something, anyway.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's really helpful tips. I'm definitely going to rewatch the replay slowly and just apply everything and definitely, because I used to use GetResponse.
Yeah.
I find that aWeber is a lot more powerful, so it's a really good tool to have.
Okay.
I'm just getting my head around it.
Yeah, I've not used any others, to be honest. I've only used aWeber, and I just found it really simple to use. And I know that little things have not worked tonight, but honestly, I've never had a problem with it before, and I've not really even got into any fancy stuff. I've done just the very basics on it, but it's been really easy to set up. Now, you can also link your blog. So as soon as you've done a blog, you can do a blog broadcast to your list. I haven't worked.
Oh, that's interesting.
I haven't worked that out yet. I got scared. I went in there, but I got scared. Because I thought, I don't know who's going to get this email. So, yeah, you can create a blog. You've got to do a little bit of setup there, but, it's quite nice because then you can, if you've done a blog, you can just broadcast your blog message out.
Cool.
And you can manage your subscribers under the subscribers list. So if if you've got individuals that you've met somewhere and you've got their permission to add them to your list, then you can add subscribers one at a time, or you can import a batch of subscribers.
Excellent.
Any other questions? Joe, have you been playing with it today? Have you got any tips?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of used aWeber for a short while previously, and and then I've only just recently come back to it, as you know. So I've only just been kind of setting it all up, and it's still all quite new. So that's why, obviously, I'm quite interested in what you're showing us tonight. It's really helpful.
Was it helpful?
Absolutely, yeah. And that. Because that's what I was wondering about, because I don't really like aWeber's squeeze pages, you see.
Yeah.
And I do have WordPress also, so that Epic Squeeze, I'm definitely going to check that out. Obviously, it's...
Yeah, Joe, I'll ping you a message on Facebook with a link to the video that I did showing step-by-step training on how to set it up and do it. Might be useful for you.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the link for Epic Squeeze as well.
Oh, yeah, nice one. Lovely.
Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, it's a one-off fee. That's what I like. I know that, everyone's shouting about this LSN and everything else, but, unless you're going to go into it as a full-time business, why pay that kind of money for something every month when you can just, for what we need, ILN provides a lot of it anyway. So, you want to manage your own list, which is important. So, if you can create a nice looking squeeze page, and from what I've seen, Epic Squeeze, you can, and it's so easy, and it's so easy to manage, and it just automatically links to aWeber. So, and it's $47, a one-off payment. It's not gonna. It's not.
That's not bad, is it? It's not going to break the bank, is it?
No, that's insane value for money.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. The other ones that I'm aware of, you kind of pay up to $37 per month for the similar technology that you're getting there for one-off payments.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a bigger product, a pro version, but you know, I haven't seen that I need anything more than the little product. You know, maybe later on down the line might get more fancy. I don't know, but at the minute, you know, I think it's great. I understand. It's just for somebody who's not really very technically minded. I need simple, and I want quick. I'm very impatient, so I want simple and quick, and this worked for me. So.
No, that's awesome. I mean, with me personally, I've tried to, like, I wasn't able to put it onto my ILN blog, so I've had to open a WordPress account just for that alone, which is no big deal. So doing it that way.
Yeah, just bear in mind you have to have a self-hosted WordPress. You can't. So I don't know if ILN blog, once you've hosted it, whether it allows you to put in plugins. Maybe it does, you know, I don't know. So as long as you're aware that you do have to have an WordPress hosted blog or page or whatever it is, so that you can use the plugin.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kim. That was brilliant.
Oh, really.
Well, I hope it's helpful. You know, just on half an hour. I'll just stop the broadcast now, and then we can just chat afterwards. Thanks, everyone. Team
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.